Welcome to the Gag Is podcast with me, your host, Charlie Shante, where I share the roller coaster of my life, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. After becoming a teen mom at 14 and a widow by the age of 21, it's a journey filled with tears and laughter, reminding you that even in the toughest moments, there's hope. The gag is life may be unpredictable, but it's always worth living.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Gag Is podcast. I am your girl Charlie Shante. Thank you for coming back and kicking it with me for another week. I got a doozy for y'all today. I feel like I can't give y'all a serious topic this week because I'm sick. But just because I'm sick doesn't mean that you can't get this good content. So I feel like this one is going to be about my pet peeves and my grievances that I've been seeing that has been going on. And normally my episodes are pre recorded, but this week y'all get a quote unquote live week one because I've been sick. So we're going to jump into that or whatever. But before we get there, make sure you grab your snack, whatever you drinking. I got me some coffee and I got me some electrolyte drink, and that's just what it is. So we gonna get into me being sick because I'm over here sounding like I scare kids for a living, just like, and it's super crazy. Like I finally had to break down and go to the doctor this week, and I have a sinus infection, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad it's nothing serious, but damn, your girl is tired of feeling like I've been feeling the way I feel because it ain't. I don't like it. I don't like to be. I don't like when my allergies flare up. I don't like nothing, and then be sick. And then y'all see I got on big headphones today. Normally I just have on in ears, but today I got on my big headphones because I can't hear nothing out of my ear. Like everything is muffled. But let's go ahead and kind of get started. Like I said, I'm gonna air out some grievances and some pet peeves that I've been having, and most of them are from this month. So let's let's get started. Like the month of May. Like May, what are you doing? Like I feel like I feel like May is bipolar and it's off its meds. Let's see, how did we start the month off? The month started off good, a little teacher appreciation week, and then hospital research week, and these kids getting ready to finish up school, testing, whatever, all that good jazz. So we flowing through, and then we come to a couple of weeks ago, and mind you, big baby is graduating this year, and new face is graduating 8th grade. So all of their both of their ceremony situations was in a 96-hour time frame. Big baby is all the way in New York. So that means I'm gonna have to go to New York and back to Florida. So the beginning of the month, new face starts out, and again he is sick. And I'm like, bro. And he had been sick a little bit last month, and I'm like, bro, you have got to get it together. You gotta go to school. You gotta take these tests. You just gonna have to pull it together. I took him to the urgent care because he had a fever, and they called me, and I had to go pick him up from school. Urgent care, they was like, no COVID, strep, flu, none of that. He got a virus. It's gonna have to run its course. Boom, got it. 3 days go by. She was like, the lady at the urgent care, she told me, she said he'll start turning the corner in a couple days. And I'm like, okay, cool. Normally he turned the corner in a couple days, and then he didn't turn the corner. He was still at a dead stop. So I was like, okay. So I took him to his doctor, and I was like, they told me he should be turning the corner by now. He's still standing in the same spot. He ain't turned the corner. He's actually getting worse. So he was like, it's a virus, and it's a doozy of a virus, and it's gonna have to run its course. Now, mind you, it had been a week and my boy had lost 8 pounds already. So I was like, nah, this gotta be something more than just a virus, because I'm like, what virus got you out here losing weight like that? And then I jokingly said, man, whatever that virus is, I might need to partake in it, if it's gonna help me shed a few little pounds, not knowing what was to come. So then he loses the 8 pounds, and then I'm like, all right, enough is enough. We're going to the pediatric hospital. They're like, no, same virus, no strep, COVID, flu, nothing. It's just a virus, and it just happens to be attacking him really hard. And he had a little bit of dehydration. He got an IV, and we were home. And I'm like, LJ, they saying you got a virus. Ain't nothing mommy can do for you. Like, I keep you hydrated. I I got nothing for you, buddy. You just gonna have to like wing it out. He ends up going to school and taking his tests and whatnot, and he did good. So then we're getting ready to go to New York. Like, so New Face ended up missing his 8th grade dance. So I was like, dang, I'm like, if I knew he was gonna be sick, and how could I have forecasted he was gonna be sick? So I was like, we'll leave to go to New York Saturday and we'll come back on Monday. Boom. Excuse me. Boom. Leave Saturday morning, get to New York, ripping and running, having fun, go see my brother and my nephew, and, just out there big chilling. Sunday rolls around, it's big baby graduation. And I get a little throat, a little scratchy, and I was like, okay. And like, but as I'm in New York, like the pollen looks like snowflakes, so I'm like, this pollen is ridiculous, and I am like super allergic. So I was like, it's whatever, I'm gonna still be out here in these streets. I got my allergy meds, and we gonna be all right. Kendrick Lamar voice, we gonna be all right. Well, we wasn't all right. So that Monday, we had an unfortunate event, and so I ended up having to stay in New York that Monday and that Tuesday. So I am just, come Tuesday, I am just like, OMG, like I am steaming my face at this point, like I am doing everything. So then we had to fly. I don't know what airspace homeboy found, but he was like, I'm gonna get y'all there, because he told he's I'm gonna get y'all there as fast as I can. And homeboy was not lying. Like, he found some little airspace, and it wasn't even good airspace. And then like when we went to land, like my ears, like I was in pain like a baby. I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is crazy. And I ain't think nothing of it. And so at this point, I'm like, it's my allergies, and then whatever New Face had, I now have, because I am going down, and I am going down fast. But I was like, I know, get my meds, whatever. It's viral. They can't treat it, so I'm just gonna have to drink my fluids. I don't have no appetite by this time, and I'm just like, all right, good. I'm on this unintended weight loss plan. Good. Y'all, I got so bad. I didn't stay out the bed. I didn't get out the bed. I got out the bed to go pick up Big Baby from the airport Saturday, and I was in the bed for the rest of the day after that. And so I'm like, at this point, I should be turning the corner, right? Nah. So I finally broke down and went to the doctor. She's like, oh, you got a sinus infection, and you got a pretty bad one. She's like, you probably had something viral, and it ended up turning into a sinus infection. So now your girl is on antibiotics for 7 good days. My nose still clogged. I mean, I'm the type of people, if I get medicine, I need it to work like yesterday. I'm only on my second dose of this antibiotic. I need it to work fast, because I got one nostril. My ears is still clogged up. It's crazy. And when I went to the doctor yesterday, she walked in. She's like, how you doing? And I was like, I'm okay. She's like, ooh, you sound kind of congested. What do you think I'm here for? So hopefully By tomorrow, I start turning the corner because I ain't getting no sleep last night because I don't know if the antibiotic was working. I don't know what was working, but I ain't getting no sleep because I was coughing and hacking from the sinus draining. I'm a mess, y'all. A mess. And I don't like it. Like, I told my best friend, I was like, girl, I said, once I get better and these antibiotics kick in, I'm gonna stay out the streets until after our cruise. She's like, you lying. I was like, I am, but it sounded good though. I mean, I thought maybe if I say I'm gonna stay out the streets, that maybe I would get better sooner. Like you see, like I was trying to put that in the atmosphere, but I didn't. You know, I'm gonna be outside. I just ain't gonna be outside as much because I can't afford to get another round of this before. And I got 2 vacations coming up, possibly 3 and 4. I have up to 4 trips coming up. I need to be well enough so that I can travel. All right, now let's get into my grievances. Let me get a sip of coffee first. A little electrolyte too to wash that down. Traveling. Oh my God. If you don't know how to travel or you don't travel frequently, there are so many resources, links, videos, everything out there that's going to assist you with traveling. Because when you come to the airport, why are you packing your entire closet as a carry on? Are you anticipating a layover? A long one? Are you anticipating a delay? Great. One pair of clothes, one pair of pants, one pair of drawers, socks, shirt, some toiletries. Why do you have all this stuff? Because now you holding up the line, like, and you know you got to take everything out your bag. Not her, because TSA pre-check and clear. Boom. No, I'm not finna do all that. But people have so much stuff, and I feel like these carry-ons are starting to become bigger and bigger, and they're almost kind of like checked bags at this point. But let me put y'all on game, right? So what I do is for my carry-on, well, I don't know about other airlines, but I fly Delta. With Delta, I pack my carry-on as a checked bag, and then they always asking for people to check their bags on the flight because the overhead they gonna run out of overhead bin space. So I always check my bag, but then I keep me a backpack with me that got clothes in it. It's how you check your bag for free, but pack it like a real suitcase. Don't say I ain't put y'all on game. Ooh wee. I hope my nose don't start running. So, okay, getting on the plane. Like, how hard is it to find your seat, slide out the aisle like they said, and have a seat? Like, because like why you got this rolling carry on, you got this backpack that look like you finna do a 50-mile ruck march. Like, where are you going with all of this stuff? Like, where could you possibly be going? That is a lot of stuff. And then you want to sit down and you want to fumble through your bag and you want to look through all this stuff. Have what you're looking for. I I wish I would have brought New Face's backpack in here because he had this brand new backpack. It was just a little thin backpack. And I told him he could take a few things with him. When I tell y'all this backpack look like it has been dropped out of a plane, ran over, dragged down the street. It's towed the hell up. Okay, it has seen better days. Matter of fact, I don't even know why it ain't in the trash yet. So after I get done recording, I'm gonna tell him, hey, bro, you gotta throw that in the trash because we're not keeping no dead weight around here. This gonna drive me crazy because I can't hear myself. But yes, like traveling, but like the best part of flying when they come around with them biscuits. wake me up for that. Don't wake me up for no other snack but Biscoffs. Biscoffs and a ginger ale. Yes. Let me see. And why y'all kids be acting like they ain't never been nowhere? Like, do y'all just let y'all kids do whatever at home? Because why are they in the airport acting like this? Like, like you've never taught them anything. Like, and disrupting other people, like crying, falling out on the floor, like almost stepped on a kid. 'Cause I'm like, I'm walking straight. Like I ain't bro, what you doing down there? Like on the whole floor. I listen, some of y'all kids, Jesus Christ, I don't understand. Y'all need to let them outside to touch grass just a little bit more because these children is off the chain. And I do mean off the chain. Now, let's talk about coming to graduations now. I love my people. I do indeed. However, why must you come to the graduation smelling like the substance that grows out of the ground that has more than 1,000 names it can be referred to? We get it. You smoke. You smoke to be in public places. You're high. But why do we have to be high with you? Like, you ain't had no spray in the car? Or was you hotboxing on the way over here? That's why you smell like that. We don't want to smell that. We don't want to smell that at all. Like we could, we want to be able to enjoy being outside in this auditorium with the graduates, and nobody should have a contact high because you smell that much like weed. um no. And every graduation is different, right? So my son's graduation, since it's film based, it was at a theater, and it was a nice little small little shindig theater. However, they didn't have any concessions, and the graduation was about 4 hours long. They didn't have no concessions, so they gave us a 45 intermission for us to get food. It was a Popeyes next door, so I seen people walking in with 10 and 12 piece mixes with them two sides and them six biscuits. It was real different. Me, on the other hand, I just went down to the bodega and got me some little candy and some water because I knew we was going out to eat later. So I was like, I ain't finna just binge on a bunch of food and different stuff like that. But I've just never been to a graduation that didn't have no type of concessions, or they wasn't selling. Like, they could have profited. Like, they could have had juice, chips, cookies. They could have went to the Sam's Club or something, to the store, and grabbed some stuff and just sold some stuff there. They could have made some extra money, but we down at the bodegas getting whatever it is we please or whatever. So I was like, that's an experience. It was a good experience. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I was just there and I was ready. I was ready to go. Okay. I was ready to go. So that was that. And then with New Face's graduation, they didn't really have a graduation. They had what's called a clap out. Um, so it was just a little clap out where, they walked like on this road. So like the school building is here. There's this like a road for the parent pickup line, and then there's a fence. So the parents, we had to stand behind the fence. And we just cheered the kids as they walked past. We had like noise makers and stuff like that. It was a wild 24 hour, 96 hours. It was a wild, wild time. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. And so let me get to my last point, because I'm going to keep this one, since I really feel good, I'm going to kind of keep this one a little short for y'all. But my last pet peeve, grievance, white flag that I'm waving is customer service. If you are not a friendly person, and people irritate you just off GP, like just being around people, like they just irritate you, like just off of GP, you should not have a customer service job. Point in case, I was at the Dunkin' Donuts this morning getting some iced coffee, a refresher for New Face, some donuts. She's like, "Can I take your order?" And I was like, "Yes." "Can I get a half dozen donuts?" And she's like, "Hold on." Hold on? What you mean, hold on? And I was like, okay. Then she was like, okay, go ahead. And I was like, can I get a half dozen donuts? And can I get 3 glazed? And she was like, are you ordering anything else besides donuts? I'm like, yeah, but can I finish ordering my donuts first? She was like, we gonna get back to your donuts, but can what else you order? And I was like, let me get a medium iced coffee, vanilla with liquid sugar and some almond milk. Let me get a medium refresher, strawberry dragon fruit refresher, light ice on both, please, thank you. And I was like, she's like, you order anything else? I said, can we get back to my donuts? And she's like, oh yeah. And I was like, let me get 3 glazed, 2 double chocolate, and a 1 white frosted. And she's like, all right, pull to the window. You're not gonna tell me what I ordered? You're not gonna ask me, is that correct? You're not gonna ask me, is there anything else? At this point, because it sounds like you just sick of me at this point, like because I ordered 6 donuts and 2 drinks, like you're sick of me. So I get to the window and I see the girls in there playing around. Me, I'm one of the people, I provide feedback because I feel like if bad customer service continues, then they're not gonna make no correction. But if you say something, then they're gonna have to they should address it, because you don't want that reflection on their business. So I pulled around, got out my car, and went inside and talked to the manager. And I said, ma'am, I said, unless it's something really bad, I won't leave a bad review. I'll just talk to the manager to let them know. And I let her know. I said, I think that was unprofessional. I said, I think I understand what y'all were trying to do. Like if there was like a food item or something like that, get that out the way. That way when we come to the window, there's not an extended wait period because um because the items are done. And I was like, I wholeheartedly get that. However, that is not what came across. And I was like interrupting a customer while a customer is ordering. I said, I think that's highly professional. Like, I understand you want to do something in the order operation, like that works best for you to keep things flowing to reduce our wait time. However, there's a way to do it. Parents, I'm sick of y'all teenagers. Like if they don't want to be at work, then their ass shouldn't be there. And if they're gonna be rude, their ass shouldn't be there. Cause I'm gonna tell it every time. And then if I have to write a survey, I'm gonna start putting names on there. Like y'all out here want to make 15, 16, $17 an hour to flip these burgers, but y'all want to be rude and have attitudes, knowing damn well if I wrote you a note in cursive, you couldn't read it. So like stop playing with me. Like, and then people gonna say, okay, well, you ain't gotta go get fast food. You right. However, I have that choice to go get that. And when I just because I'm going out there to get it don't mean that somebody gonna be rude to me. Oh my God, I can't wait to edit this because I bet the audio on this finna sound all the way off because I can't hear myself. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. But yeah, if you're not nice, then it's whatever. Don't work in a customer service job if you're not friendly. All right. So the last thing, I had to tell this story on You Can't Make This Up. So my mama goes to physical therapy, and there's this man in there that think he her boyfriend. OMG, his name Rufus. And Rufus think he is my mama boyfriend. And so she's in physical therapy and she came home one day, she said, Rufus mad at me. I said, why is Rufus mad at you today? She said, because I was on my machine, but I needed some water. And somebody else brought me some water. He got mad. He was like, "You wanted some water?" He said, "You should have told me." He's like, "No, nobody else need to be getting you no water." I was like, "Damn!" I said, "You can't even get no water." Strict up in here. So she's like, the next time she went, he really talked to her because he was upset that somebody else gave us some water. And so then since we ended up having to be in New York for an extra day last week, um, she called and told him that she wasn't gonna be there. And so they said they told Rufus, and Rufus got upset because he was like, she ain't say nothing about how she was gonna go out of town, how she wasn't gonna be here, or nothing like that. I told my mom, I said, that man really think y'all together. I told her to get his number. I was like, I mean, hell, he single, you single, and might as well get, because it seemed like he very protective over you, and y'all just in the rehab. So when she come from rehab today, I can't wait to hear her story about Rufus, because Rufus wasn't there on Tuesday. He was sick on Tuesday, but they said when my mama wasn't there last week, they said Rufus cut the food. They said Rufus was in there cutting up because my mama wasn't there. Oh mercy! So I can't wait to hear how Rufus acted today, or if he feeling better and he was there today. So yeah. So let's go ahead and close this thing out. I don't even have no song lyric of the week. I ain't even let me look. Let's look for let's find one real quick. Um let's see. What is a good song of the week? Okay, we'll do this one because this is the last one I listened to. Million Dollar Baby by Tommy Richmond. That seems to be the hip hop vibe. That seems to be the jam right now. Um, so we'll go with that. So Tommy Richmond, Million Dollar Baby is the song lyric of the week. Um, if do I want to put that information out there? Nope, I'm gonna wait till the next one. So in conjunction with today's podcast, make sure when you are listening to this, you are hitting that download. I will be putting some instructions for Apple and Spotify so that you can make sure you're following me on both of those. And every time a new episode is released, you are getting the new download automatically so that you never miss an episode. After you listen to it, go on over to um YouTube to where you can watch this in content form, because I guarantee you video form of this is way better than listening. However, I do listen to it as well. So just to make sure it sounds good for y'all, it do be sounding crazy and it do be funny as hell in the car, and I do be rewinding it sometimes just to hear. Make sure you're following on YouTube as well. All right. Until next. Did I forget anything? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. So until next week, hopefully I'll be sounding and feeling much, much better. But until next week, I am your girl, Charlie Shantae. This is the Gag Is Podcast. Bye, guys.